well, and they've kind of managed things decently. Are going to see the Poppy coming for carrier though, and I think T1 pretty happy with what they got, right? They have the Rumble for Doran, a phenomenal pick.
I'm feeling that the tempo vibes aren't necessary. Okay, never mind. Carrier is going to be able to find the heroic charge into Lehens, and all of a sudden they have a massive.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Yeah.
Which is not exactly a brave thing to say, based on how they've been playing all the time. However, Carrier is going to have to use the flash to get out of the way of Lehens, who is now looking to turn his attention towards Gumayusi. Gideon in position. Be able to build enough items to get him out of this one, as Ona will finally finish this one off. There is the smite to secure the... He's got bullets, Ox.
He's got 4 of them.
Oh, there's one. There's a grenade, 2, 3. And there's the 4th one. Bit of damage onto Lehens. As Carrier able to get a whole lot more off as well. The reload does come through. 2 more left in the chamber, and the last one will do it. First blood over to Gumayusi. And Giu, he's on the hunt. Dive into Twitch chat. What was he saying? Where is it? Where is it? There aren't any Walmarts on the space, Orcs, as it turns out. Doran's also just going to burn Giu down. Yeah, the tick rate actually does look like it was improved somewhat. The flash forward as the barrier comes down, and no flash for Doran means no way out. A little bit overexcited there, but great position. Doran teleports in and kills Giu. Oh, tries to kill Giu.
It feels overheated there. Oh!
Whoa, okay. Carrier in a little bit of trouble as the ricochets are flying through, but does run out of them. As Gumayusi, which is not necessarily as coveted, but still some good options available as the ram is going to come down. Doran just walks in between it. That's the way you do it, by the way.
Yeah.
Sending a message. Honor. Okay, that's Honor right there. He's like, Gumayusi, he ate the full combo. I will allow him to have his. There's Shockwave going to pull back Doran after the flash. Very nicely done. Still there's a possibility that there could be a contest, but it looks like it's just not going to come in.
Oh, they're looking for it now.
Okay. Captive audience going to slow up Gideon as he's making his approach. Teleport in from King, and let's see whether the Ornhorn does come down. Bellows Breath to eat the CC out of Faker. But the taunt will still come on through, and Nongshim, I just think that they're realizing they're too late.
Right, you committed the TP, you moved in. Raptors, maybe?
Well, there is a little bit of a headbutt pulverize onto Faker. Nice double taunt to come on through as he's buying a lot of time. And the problem is, that means the rest of T1 are making their way over. The Unbreakable Will comes down. Nice double pulverize there from Lehens, but the curtains have been called. Flash out from Lehens means that he's just definitely dead. I don't know why we're pressing that button right there, but sometimes you...
There is information for T1, and they were kind of just waiting for the Galio. Faking out here, they're moving in.
Yeah, Ram comes down, there's the equalizer, but it is going to tag Doran this time. The knock up onto Faker, but he still gets the ult off, and down goes Doran to start this fight off. Now Calix trying to get himself out, but he will not be able to. Ona with that Crescent Guard is able to lock him down. That is actually going to be feats of strength as well, but Ona still going to fall. Pulverized, flashed out of the way of by Gumayusi, but I don't think they're taking a dragon unless Carrier has something to say about it, as Faker punches with justice and takes down Giu. Gideon over the top. It should be the kill onto Carrier, and it will be, as Gideon does get the Q off. There's not a lot of damage left remaining there, here, though, for Nongshim, as Gideon does manage to sidestep the curtain, as Faker will just punch his way over to this side of the map and should be able to keep himself.
But a scenario where T1 picked up that third dragon, and once you have that looming threat of soul, the game becomes so hard to play, especially as Arakan is on the other side of the map. Would just become very hard to protect.
Petals. Oh, Faker going to steal one of Kingan's petals. You'd have to feel like that should have been his.
Yeah. There's a lot of petals in there.
A cute little border. And he is actually going to be able to just lost it.
Yeah, very fortified without the minions there. They should just be able to pick it up. It was lowered earlier by that Herald, and it will go down. So, first start of the game for T. And no blue trinket available at this moment, but Lehens is moving in.
Yep, walking up does manage to get vision, as they don't actually sweep it out just yet. Still, they're turning on to Carrier. Equalizer comes through, gets a fair bit of work done as Carrier finds the heroic charge. And now the taunt is going to connect. Faker was just waiting for Giu to go over the wall. It's beautifully played. And even though it's a quadra pulverize, it does not matter at all, because Kingan and Calix are a million miles away.
Great play there from Carrier, finding the Sivir again with the flash play, and now Calix is going to do his best to try and force this off. The General comes in. King can just block this, though.
Yeah, heroic entrance is going to get Faker in immediately, as the curtain going to be held, but I think it is going to go away. The triple taunt going to come down for Faker as he holds Gideon in position. Steph's presence continues to do so as he'll burn down. It's a double for Doran, maybe even a triple here, as he's just going to obliterate on. Down he goes. Faker grabs that kill, and that's going to be Otacon as well. T1, phenomenal team fight, and put themselves in such a good spot. And Nongshim do want to deny this if they can, but it is just going to be a massive difficulty as Hex Flash in from Carrier, looking for a possible opportunity, an avenue forward. As Lehens comes over, that is goodbye to the Orianna, but Heva pulverized to connect onto Carrier, and he just goes down. That's a kill over to the Sever as Kingin buys so much space, just wandering off to the side. He is going to die, but a 1-for-1 and a Dragon going over to Nongshim probably feels pretty good. Still, T1 have now taken up occupation of Nongshim's side of the map, and it may not be a place that Nongshim can get out of. Heroic entrance, Jiu going to have that spell shield as he flashes. Wind becomes lightning, still connects, but there's the shockwave. The pulverize on top, and Ona will be going down. Jiu's still alive this time, but Doran has found him, and he's got a dangerous flamethrower. Down goes the Sever. There's the ace for T1, and a moment there for Nongshim, and then it was snuffed out. And Ona hits 3,000 assists.
Strong.
Huge cheer from the crowd here, as look at that, still standing, by the way.
Oh man, look at the T-pose. That's Aura right there. He is out of vision, and he's going to threaten with that ult.
Yep, and now just flashes on in as well, can deliver a gargoyle. So right in on top, and down goes the jungler. That is just going to be freedom there onto the Baron, as Gumayusi was tanking up said Baron because he was the last one left in the Baron pit, but he'll be absolutely fine. No one's there to contest, and T1, this is their bread and butter. Just take control of the game. They'll take down the Baron here. Has Hex Flash, and that's also just as dangerous.
Yep.
Finally get the outer turret bot lane, though.
Yeah, been a while. The Hen's fishing on the side.
Oh, T1 not taking the bait, as Lehens will be able to stop Faker from recalling for the moment.
Faker is very strong. I would not, I would not go in on that. Oh, Calyx.
All right, well, there is a little bit of a drive-by there as Calyx was actually seen from the sky.
Where's he going?
He is just going to stand here and go back to base. That is his attempt. And it will be successful. There we go.
Yeah, I was thinking of the setup from Carrier to go for the...
well, Shockwave is going to connect, but Jiu is once again lying on the floor.
Yeah, not ideal for Nongshim.
Yeah, I'm going to say subpar on that one, as Equalizer goes down. Not the most value here for this one, but the Pulverize coming on through there onto Carrier, and Lehens not going to find too much. Nice little searing charge, but the double taunt, and Gideon, he's melting, and there's the Harpoon to finish him off. Lehens gets tagged by the Flame Spitter. The curtains have been called, and I think it is indeed curtains here for Nongshim in this first game. T1 just a little bit too good here today, and have been, honestly, for weeks now.
Feels like even if you have an okay early game, even if some things are going right for you, once you get to the neutral game, once you get to those neutral objectives, the setup in the mid game, you have to do everything right and more to stand a chance. Oh, are they going to look for him?
Yeah, Faker just trying to get his flash on cooldown, and he will
also very good into the Jarvan.
Faker's having a bit of a giggle, but he's obviously going to play Ahri. This is like, and if T1 is still likely to win
to E-flash, you have to flash kind of early, and he threw it and was like, you could tell he wasn't like, because he flashed late, he wasn't, oh no. Oh man.
No. Well, cosmically bound, and there is the flash forward from Guma, and he misses it. Okay, 2 can play at that game, I guess, but he takes the magical journey. Through goes Lehens as well, and now he's away from the turret. Bouncing bomb is going to be avoided. Jiu not going to be winning any snowball fights, I don't think.
Okay,
as that was just a cavalcade of errors.
Things are getting goofy right now.
Well, yeah, so Carrier's going to get lit on fire. There's the satchel to bring him back. The flash forward, but it doesn't do anything. Finally, the kill goes down, but it's a huge trade up for Nongshim.
Oh, I get it. The failed E-flash was mind control. Look at the next one.
He's like, he's quite close to them, but it's not quite working out here as the magical journey does bring Carrier and Faker in. The charm's going to go wide, and that Zenith Blade landed. As now no aftershock and no way to get out of this one, as he does manage to avoid some of the skill shots, but not that last one, as Gumayushi's going to even out the kill score. Still, Jiu looking for a few angles here, finds a satchel and says, get out of my lane, Gumayusi. Yeah, and Gideon's coming over. Guma doesn't have flash. The wall is going to come down, and Carrier, can he defend? No, he can't. As the sidestep doesn't quite work out, Faker is out of the blue stuff, so he's going to have to get out of the lane, and he is going to do so.
A little bit concerned about that. A lot of concern. I think the general theme is I'm feeling concerned about a lot of people. I'm feeling concerned about Kingen right now.
Yep, he is just, in a bit of trouble. Does survive,
guys,
momentarily.
Have you seen his farm?
No, I haven't. Have you? Go home. Just go home. Just go home. Just go home.
He's so dead.
He is very dead. Well, he's not
dead.
Never mind, he's totally fine. As now in goes Gideon. Mega Inferno Bomb's down as well. Massive damage on the Doran. And the flash forward. Gideon just needs one more auto. He'll find it as the Zenith Blade in celebration there from Lehens. Oh, beautiful. You love to see it. That is going to be 2 grubs over to Nongshim as well. Already managing to find the feats of warfare. Any tempo vibes. It's just a mess, and maybe that's good for Nongshim.
Maybe. Dragon just get picked up here by T1, but obviously
trade for grubs. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check Twitch chat just momentarily, because if you guys can see it, let me know.
That would be, if you win already married, that would be the sort of thing that you would say.
There we got a bit of a zoom in here. There's also Kingen likely going down as the Zenith Blade will commit. Mega Inferno Bomb gets the flash. And Gumayushi is out of there, but looking a little worse for wear afterwards.
That's the thing I could imagine a girlfriend saying, like, oh, do you not think it looks like a ring?
Anyway, I'm glad we had that conversation while a bunch of action was happening around the map, as here's a grand Starfall, and Gumayushi not going to get hit by a few of the buttons, but the satchel was already put up, and G is going to knock it down. Another magical journey in here from Carrier as Seismic Shove held onto here by Calyx. Man, these sidesteps are looking clean as he does eventually have to flash to get out of the way of the charm. The rest not going to be picked into Lilia ever again.
Maybe if you ask Wolf, just not picked again. He's really not a fan of it. I'm sure he'll talk about it on the space.
Well, Calyx is going to just throw Owner out of his own Cataclysm. But he just gets back in there, and down goes the Talia. Nice collapse from T1.
In that situation. Not really even tries to kill Calyx, and we're seeing that, you know? Trade play here. Turret's gonna go down though. Power of Ziggs.
That has gone down as of this game.
Yeah. It did go up with game 1, but obviously gone down a lot with the rare situation where they don't get it.
Exactly. Calyx now moving back towards his bottom side of the map to continue clearing out minion waves. Solo lane's going well here for T1. Still, never mind. Maybe Doran is in a little bit of trouble as Kingen looking for an angle here as between worlds he goes. As Ju makes his way towards his top side, Gideon was looking to try and punish Doran, but Carrier will be able to back him up. Gets himself out of there with the magical journey. And Doran did want to stick around. Looked a little bit dangerous, but it's another turret mopped up here by Ju, who's playing the Ziggs the way you're supposed to.
That's how you do it. Move him around, get the turrets. Also, notice he didn't satchel the turret there. He saved it.
Oh, look at that. Solar Flare. Perfect sweet spot. Perfect Zenith Blade as well. As Lehens looking to dive on top of Gumayushi. Last couple of rocks from Calyx are going to get that one done as Gideon still going to die.
Yeah, it's also like against the Ziggs, you can set up the ult or put a minefield on top of the stasis, so that can backfire later on.
Lehens and Faker are just fighting. Lehens doesn't have a lot of follow-up, but maybe someone will turn up as there's a Grand Starfall. Drake is just going to be locked down as Faker was looking to set up. They will be able to throw down this Rift Herald towards the bottom side, but it's going to have to take a little bit longer here as Shelly will need to do a full... was there an alcove angle there?
I think it's too tight. I think it's tricky.
Flash out here from Ju. Faker does take a fair bit of damage here as this Ziggs is still pretty dangerous. Still, they will be able to get this turret. It's going to be another Chemtech ult, which is kind of nuts because we've had so many of them over the last couple of days. That's a public execution here onto Faker. Immediately down to 50% as Kingen has just out of nowhere, even though he's 50 CS down, he's got a lot of value. Seismic Shove just going to be the end of Faker. And now Nongshim finds yet another one. The surprise antics here of Nongshim are catching out T1 as now Doran trying to hop his way out. But another shove. And that Zenith Blade was always going to hit as Nongshim, they might lose their Ziggs. As you can see, Carrier in position once more. Owner is rotating over.
Yeah, Lehens wants to go back and get wards, but he's on a ward. This could be bad.
Yeah. So... He's parked. There's the charm. He was just standing waiting for it. Chains of Corruption does come down, and now Lens is able to go back. Still, Seismic Shove is just going to be avoided there by Faker. Not enough rocks in the way as Gideon puts up the shield. Teleport in now from the Aurora. The Ambassador actually waiting here as Kingin. Not as quick on the trigger finger, but that is just going to be delivered to death. Jiu trying to get himself out of the way, and everyone flashes forward. Still, he gets the bomb down, and Ona will be taken out as Kingin doesn't quite hit the public execution, but now the wall comes in, and Calix has just blocked off the carries of T1. Gideon dives on forward. He'll very soon have another stun, but he doesn't need it. That's a spiky old shield, and he's able to take down the Arya. Nongshim set themselves up for an easy Otacon.
Just when it starts to look like it could be a little scary, Jiwoo goes down. Nongshim's so good at turning the play around, cleaning up the targets, and Gideon and Calix massive in this game. Kerry is fishing. He has smite. He has, no, there's no way. There's no way.
Oh, there is absolutely no. Oh my! It went down to 200 health. That was way too close. That was illegal. How close that was. Kerry is still going to die, and they will be able to get the Drake. A massive move here for Nongshim.
You know what's the thing?
Which I think is also something worth celebrating.
But I think it shows some of the power of the Pantheon. The fact that he's so good at securing with the execute on the Q combined with the smite.
213, and then immediately goes down. He was barely in range, actually.
It's kind of similar to when we've had like Rel.
Oh, nice sidestep there from Faker. That was slick. I still don't know whether he's going to quite get himself out of there, as the Q damage kind of absurd. There is the Solar Flare just collecting the slow. Still, that is another satchel to blow up this turret. Nongshim just formidable right now.
I mean, this is... Oh, Calix?
Okay, Calix is going to be stuck throwing some rocks around here as a Seismic Shove. Not quite going to work, as now Ona going in, gets on top of Jude. Let's see whether he can actually satchel his way out of it, and the answer is absolutely not. Still Kingin getting amongst it, and in melee range with this Ambassador, you're never having a good time. That's a double kill here for the top laner of Nongshim, and he's not done yet. Another shove! As, man, maybe it wasn't the year of Closer, maybe it's been the year of Calix this whole time. As he is having
Faker not even interested. Gonna look mid. Calix approaching. You just have stasis, by the way.
Another Seismic Shove, and unfortunately, Doran's not going to be able to escape that way. He does go in between the worlds, but he's just going to leave Faker to die. And, well, he's not. He does come over and offer a couple of buttons, but that may have actually just confirmed his own death as the flash does come out. Mega Cone. But, yeah, we're still going to try and teleport away, but another rock is going to connect. And in the meantime, Nongshim are just taking the Baron. In comes Tube to make sure that that secure is more than comfortable. That is massive for the confidence of this team.
Yeah. Oh, seeing more plays come out. They're looking for Calix again. He has Zhonya's.
Yeah, so he is going to be never mind. T1 are just going to get out of here as Kingin not going to get temperedly fated this time around, but he does publicly execute Ona, or at least he attempts to, as he will be able to escape. Cataclysm now on cooldown, though, and T1 are kind of scrambling at this stage of the game. Faker looking for an angle, but straight into the Solar Flare as Lahens! Oh man, that was beautiful! Gumayushi will be able to finish off Calix, but Faker is also going to die, and Lahens, rightfully so, takes that kill. Meanwhile, Geo is just destroying turrets in this mid lane, and Nongshim collecting more and more gold. Rebel Ground Power Play sitting at 2.5k, and I don't think it's going down anytime soon.
The thing with this game is it's not like Nongshim have battled hard and really struggled in this game. They are just styling on one at the moment. These are the sort of games that we see when it's the other team against one of the weaker teams in the group is what it looks like. And right now, Nongshim really just running T1 around the map. See target, kill target, carrier. Not where you want to be.
Yeah, the magical journey is not the one he really wanted there as he gets smoked and destroyed. Down he will go. But of course, he's a bard that needs to get vision out. And,
guys,
that's hard.
13 deaths between Guma Carrier on their Varus bard. They have been bullied this game. They've been beaten up this game.
Bullied by a Ziggs as well, Ox. And it's not even your birthday. It's kind of insane. As Grand Starfall does come on down, my god, the damage capabilities here of this team is just ludicrous as Calix is going to make his way in. Gumayushi trying to get the damage down, but it doesn't quite work as Jiu, the fancy feat, but he's still dead. As Doran does manage to at least find the Ziggs, but now they're on the wrong side of the map. Tempered Fate is going to be able to lock up one of these Nexus turrets as the back is trying to come through here as Lahens is on the hunt. Without the Ziggs taking these structures is hard, but the Bard just kind of disappeared, and now there are no more of these turrets left available. King in plenty of damage himself as Doran's back was interrupted by his former support, and Lahen's gonna hold the Aurora in place while Nongshim.
Trundle's got a ton of utility.
Melio
comes through. I mean, it's not the Lulu, but it's got decent peel. But yeah, I mean, I think so much of this common life, you know, and when cats, it's like, you know, what breed is your cat? And you're like, oh, it's
cat. Realizing that even he is not going to be safe, does have the defense of his Maiden here as the goalie wall does come down. Lahen's is still actually able to help Kingen out here as he does flash, but the stun is still going to come through. Still, this is a difficult dive here for T1. As Gumayusi gets tagged.
But you were trying to make a positive point about Nongshim as well, and already that is like untreaded territory. As Gumayusi trying to catch up to Kingen here, and Kingen is very dead. That is going to be a kill going over to Ona. Faker is also dead in the mid lane though, so that first blood will be answered immediately here by Nongshim.
We just established that.
I know, keep running into it. Yeah. Could be a weird trade though. As Guliwal going to trap Gumayusi momentarily, as Carrier once again going for the wraparound. Kingen's used to this one by now, but unfortunately doesn't have much of an answer. There is still an army of ghouls that are in position, and they're not going to quite finish this one off, as now Doran trying to keep himself alive, but he'll actually find the kill under the Trundle. Even if he dies for this, it's still worth it, but he's surviving for so long. And there he is. Kingen is dead, and Doran is not.
Things not going so well now for Nongshim. T1
cheeky little stun as we're going to see this from Doran's perspective.
I mean, it's just the counter-strike value so big. You know, they just can't do any damage to him when it's up. Goes for the burst onto Gideon there. And then just the extra resistances from the ult, able to kite it out. Faker comes out of cover. I'm getting Annie flash pretty big, if I'm going to be honest. And Carry has Spellbook, so I don't think he feels too bad about burning summoners. But,
the bear is going to come on through here as Faker now has to fight Tibbers and Annie, and unfortunately he's going to lose that 2v1.
That didn't look too difficult.
No. So didn't need no door required, but Gideon in position. This is going to be a tough one. This is a massive wave. And so Gideon moving forward, tanking this one up as best he can. Gumayusi wanting to hunt him down though, and Chiu is going to be able to pick up the kill. Gets excited, gets out of the way. Carrier still trying to keep them interested here as the Realm Warp to come on forward, and now Jiu, the flame kick doesn't connect, and so Jiu is just going to die. Faker delivered that kill on a silver platter. Nongshim without their AD carry for the next little while, but still, it is only 200 gold, and they have a Jinx comp, so they're kind of happy.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing was Carrier landing.
Crazy that it's on its last legs like this.
I think if the stun hadn't connected, at least would have bought more time. They would have had to commit more.
All right, everyone comes in. Gideon's in position, though, to play defense as the death mark comes down. Jiu is just dead, and you iterated this earlier on. It's going to be really difficult for Jiu to play the game if Owner is fed, and he's fed.
Yeah, he is very fed, and it's already starting to become a problem. The cleanse wasn't available for the Hens, so once that root connects, Jiu just goes down, and you know, your top lane matchup to solo carry team fights, I'm starting to feel a bit concerned for Nongshim and their composition.
Yep, having a bit of a worrying time as Doran is just going to kill the Maiden brutally. And that wasn't very nice to watch. As now Calyx is making his way up to avenge. He can actually throw down another one. The bear is available. The bear and the Maiden, my goodness, there's just a lot of...
But they really need to make sure they can protect Jiru. And he can just dish out the damage.
We'll see whether he can. Of course, you do have a fair bit of range, but Carrier is just looking to walk towards Lahen's. Going to find the angle here as Lahen's is going to get stunned up, but still gets close enough to the turret to keep himself alive. Gio also now at full health, so he's all right. As Lahen's will be going
a little bit of concern, but the thing with Zed is even if you are fed, if you get, you know, if Lahen's lands a Q while he goes in for the ult, that can be a big turning point in a fight, you know?
Super Mega Death Rocket does absolutely nothing. That could be problematic here, but the Winter's Bite will be avoided here by Jiu. He's starting to do some damage, but look at this. Yeah, Deathmark, you're dead. And Owner is going to do it again. This is what we were talking about. And the flash forward, he wants another one, and there's the double. Had the shadow prepped and everything. Oh God, every time one of these kills comes in, it just makes the game more and more impossible. As Calyx is looking to try and catch Faker on the rotation, but who's catching who at this point in time? As he's got a dash cannon, that's kind of cute. And Faker just blasts him back. There is Gideon turning up though. Calyx is able to walk this one out. The counter strike to be used onto Tibbers as Kingen comes on over. There's the Glacial Fissure, and now the culling is just going to mow down the Maiden. In goes Doran. He's unable to finish off these kills as the kick does come back through, but they can't finish anyone off. Nongshim are at least keeping themselves alive now, but the door goes up and T1 go out.
Maybe if that... I'm just telling you now, G, you're not going to have a good time. Oh. You ain't already having a good time. You're going to have a worse time.
Well, Calyx just walked towards Doran. Super Mega Death Rocket connects onto Owner and does nothing at all. He's got 2 items. Yeah, this is the problem that I'm also getting to. Well, they're going to try. They're going to give it their best. As the bear goes down, Doran does eat a fair bit of that CC, but he is going to die in the end.
Okay.
There he goes. Dash cannon to death here by the Annie. And now we've got the stand beside Braum. Giu trying to keep himself alive as Owner gets there on top of the Jinx, but Emilio trying to keep Giu alive. The culling just barely not able to connect in the barrier, keeping him alive, but somehow the Winter's Bite lands, and Lahens gets the kick back that little bit too late. And he will survive. But once again, I mean...
But the actual goal is killing Giu, and they're doing a very good job at that. Well, Gideon's looking.
Well, he's just going to walk into 3 people for now. Kingen trying to make his way over, but Gideon is just dead. And the question of what did he mean by this is on everyone's minds. As
I'd say that's maybe like, what, 7% of Carrier's health?
There we go. That's not nothing. As Carrier once again thrown down an ulti, is Gideon going to have to flash. Deathmark comes in, but Owner is trying to get out of there, and the turret shot is going to follow him. So that is a dead Zed. Nice little rhyme. Felt a bit nice to say as well.
Zed's dead, man. Zed's dead.
Yeah. But so that means the Giu is going to be alive for the next 28 seconds.
And that's the sort of punish we can see.
Gideon is not going to be alive for the next 28 seconds. He is in fact dead.
Brother, please.
For 34 seconds. And maybe Giu is not, maybe that was a cast curse. Maybe that's my bad. As Lahens trying his best to keep Giu alive. We're just not going to watch it though. We don't want to want to see it.
It's very funny though. It's very funny.
Yeah. They just don't like, well, I mean, I guess.
Out like, hello.
Yep.
Oh, control ward's down. No more surprises.
Very cute little doggo there as well. I wonder whether that one's a genuine.
Oh, let's set the trap.
Yeah, Faker is going to find the Rune Prison. The culling is going to get eaten here by Gideon. Another great ult, but the Melio value is gigantic, and this time it's the Zed that goes down. And we do have an excited Giu as well. The Zap connects, and now Faker. Can he actually get the AoE? My God, the damage is disgusting, but Guma bites off more than he can chew. And in the meantime, the Yorick is in the bottom lane with the Maiden.
In the back right now, leaning towards Baron and Atakan both up on the top side.
All right, Carrier going to stand beside. I don't know whether he's exactly the engaged target. There is Doran. He'll find the counter strike, and all of them are dead. Yeah, T1 gave away their tempo vibes for a few seconds, but said no, give them back. And there they go. Nongshim just fall apart. I'm glad we had that moment though.
When in doubt, Doran. It's that simple. When in doubt, Doran. That stun was just magnificent. You know, the game got a little bit goofy, got a little bit messy. He just comes in and cleans up like that. And now Kingen and Lahens, I don't think he got it.
They certainly don't. Doran dives in yet again, and they're going to be able to take everything down. These Nexus turrets not going to be long for the world either. As Nongshim was a valiant effort, it was almost a comeback angle, and then it just wasn't. And at 26 minutes, T1 will take down the Nexus.